Hello friends, this is an interesting passage from CSAT 2022. One passage contains three questions. Although it is a lengthy passage, but it contains three questions. Just by reading one passage, you are able to solve three questions. So it is always advisable to solve such questions. So let's try and attempt this question. In some places in the world, the productivity of staples such as rice and wheat have reached a plateau. Neither new strains nor fancy agrochemicals are raising the yields, nor is there much unfarmed land left that is suitable to be brought under the plough. If global temperatures continue to rise, some places will become unsuitable for farming. Agriculture application of technology can help overcome such problem. Agriculture technology is changing fast. Much of this change is brought about by affluent farmers in the West or America. Techniques developed in the West are being adapted in some places to make tropical crops more productive. Technology is of little use if it is not adapted. In the developing world, that applies as much to existing farming techniques as it does to the latest advances in the genetic modification. Extending to the smallholders and subsistence farmers of Africa and Asia, the best of today's agricultural practice is such simple matters as how much fertilizers to apply and when would lead to greatly increased availability of food for humanity. So would things like better roads and storage facilities to allow for carriage of surpluses to the market and reduce wastage. So a lengthy passage. Let's try and attempt question number 1 based on this passage. Based on the above passage, the following assumptions have been made. First, development of agriculture technology is confined to the developed countries. Confined. Here what is written is much of the change is brought about by affluent farmers in the West. Not all. Not all. It is saying much. So it is not confined. So option 1 is wrong. Agriculture technology is not adapted in developing countries. Option number 2. It is saying that it is not adapted. Again, it is an extreme thing. What it has been mentioned that techniques developed in the West are being adapted in some places to make tropical crops more productive. So tropical crops are also being made more better. And another one point it has been said that in the developing world that applies to existing farming techniques as it does to the latest advances in the genetic modification. So they are also adopting some of the things. So it is again a wrong extreme point which can be easily eliminated. Extreme points should be eliminated, it should be checked and can be easily eliminated. So the answer that is neither 1 and 2 point, second point is correct. So just by looking at what the points and the wordings used in the option, you can eliminate those wrong options and get to the right one. Fine. Let's move to the question number 2. Based on the above passage, the following assumptions have been made. Alright. Poor countries needs to bring about change in the existing farming techniques. Yes, because it has been said that we have to learn how much and when fertilizer should be applied and it could increase the yield. So option point 1 is correct. Point 2. Developed countries have better infrastructure and they waste less food. Now, the point about food wastage is about the developing countries. About developed world, nothing has been mentioned. Nothing. So this is a wrong assumption to move forward with. So only first point is correct and therefore only answer is option A and rest are wrong. The hint here is you have to look into what has been mentioned for which part. Nothing has been mentioned about developed countries with regard to infrastructure and with regard to wastage of food. So it can be eliminated. Just simply by reading and knowing which passage speaks about what thing, you can get to the right answer. Let's move to the question number 3. Based on the above passage, the following assumptions have been made. Alright, point 1. Growing enough food for future generation will be a challenge. Yes, because it is saying that it will become unsuitable for farming, the yield is not rising. So yes, growing food will become a challenge. Point 2. Corporate farming is a viable option for food security in poor countries. Nothing about corporate farming has been mentioned. Nothing. It is again a tangent, an absolute new point that is coming in the option, which is nowhere mentioned in the comprehension. So it should be eliminated. Such extreme points, such new points in the option should be eliminated easily. Therefore, only option 1 is correct, rest all are wrong. So here we get to know how you can fetch easy marks by reading a single comprehension, and that is should be your target, and it will boost your score by at least 10 marks. Thank you.